welcome to my YouTube channel, Urban Homesteading. Today we're going to be talking about 3 different things you probably already have in your kitchen that are going to help you live a healthier lifestyle in a super easy and simple way, whether you're feeling sick or whether something in your kitchen's going on. I won't give it all away yet. Three different things that you already have in your kitchen. As you can tell, we are in my little tiny itty bitty kitchen, but it works. So we are going to be talking about 3 different things that I have learned recently and over years and years of doing them that really help me when I'm not feeling too healthy or too up to myself. So today we're going to be talking about apple cider vinegar, ginger, and garlic. So I, of course, always try to get the organic stuff because it is better for you. But if it's not on hand, it will work, you know, even if it's not organic. It still has some properties in it. But if you can do organic, that is the best. I actually got all my stuff at Walmart. Our Walmart does an organic section, which is really nice in the produce section. So we have this, and then I have apple cider vinegar. I always get the Bragg organic apple cider vinegar that says with the mother. You want to make sure that it's unfiltered so you get all the properties that it's in there. So I actually think I got all of this at Walmart for maybe $7. And you probably already have it in your home, honestly. I know a lot of people use this apple cider vinegar to cook or for other things, as well as ginger and garlic. So at least I do. I put garlic in a lot of things. So I guess we can start with the apple cider vinegar. There's 2 different things that I wanted to show you guys with the apple cider vinegar. One I really learned recently, and one I learned about a little bit ago. So the first one is not actually how to keep your body healthy, but your house healthy. So I actually noticed a couple of days ago that I was getting these little fruit flies, or whatever they are called, and I clean my house very regularly, every day, deep clean it every week, so it's clean, but this things still happen. You know, you still get those little bugs. So all I needed was apple cider vinegar, and I have my hand soap that we buy off the company we like online. And so what I do is I just put a little bit of apple cider vinegar into the glass and a little bit of this hand soap. It doesn't matter the flavor. What really happens is apple cider vinegar is what attracts the bugs, and then the lemon, or I keep saying lemon bright because that's the name of my flavor of hand soap that I have in my hand. But your hand soap is what is actually going to poison them when they come in here. Sounds very violent, but it works. And I was really like, I'm curious if this actually works. And it does. I put just half of this is apple cider vinegar and half of it is soap. And I just set it on my counter. And overnight, I saw little tiny bugs. You can't see them on the camera probably, but the little tiny bugs floating in them, and they took, and I don't have that problem anymore. And it was a super simple, easy fix, something I already had in my kitchen. I didn't have to go out and buy spray. I didn't have to go out and get someone to come and spray. You know, of course, this isn't for like if someone had cockroaches or something like big, but this is just those little tiny flies in the summer. I know it's almost fall. Monday's the first day of fall. Well, today is the first day of fall, I guess, when you're watching it. But yeah, it really works. I was shocked that it worked, but it really works. So I just thought I would share that while I'm on here already talking about apple cider vinegar, because it was pretty cool. The second thing I want to talk about apple cider vinegar is mainly for the ladies. I don't know if you're who's watching this, but ladies, I know that mainly us, we can battle with yeast infections sometimes, and that's kind of more of a sensitive topic, and a lot of people like to just go to the doctor and get an antibiotic for it, and I really don't like going and getting antibiotic for something just so simple. So I learned a trick from my mom a little bit ago, and I've been using it ever since, and it works. So what I do is I just take a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and I get a little glass here, and I can't stand the taste. The first time I did it, I honestly almost threw up. I was at work and I ran to Walmart real quick and got some apple cider vinegar, got a cup from work and some water, and I put it in and I almost threw up. So I've learned my routine is plug my nose, take it, and drink a bunch of water. Maybe take a bite of something good, because I just can't stand the smell, but it's worth it. So what you do is when you're feeling those symptoms, or when you're like, I'm gonna get one, or you have one, you just put maybe about a tablespoon in. Well, that's a little bit more than a tablespoon. I usually do half that amount. And then you just stick a little water. I'm not using my filtered water, sorry. Just kind of mix it around and you take it. And you take it 3 times a day, morning, afternoon, evening. Spread them out a little bit. And what it is this apple cider vinegar is actually going to be a natural, healthy way to kill all the bacteria in you without killing the good bacteria. It will kill that infection, and it won't be, killing the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. It'll just go straight there and it'll just kill that infection. And it really works. I actually was feeling symptoms and I took it that afternoon, that night, and in the morning it was gone. I took another dosage just in case, but it was gone and it was incredible. And ever since then, I've been using it. Super simple, tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. I only put a little bit of water so I can just drink it with one, drink, but that's up to you. And that's it. I know my mom likes to do like a little tablespoon and a big glass of water because she doesn't mind the taste. She just kind of drinks it throughout the day. Personally, I'd rather just get it over with. But either way, as long as you're getting it 3 times a day, and that should kick it, it's really good for you. Yeah, in general, it's really good for you to take it every day, honestly, because it's just a really good way to fight that bacteria that's inside of you, or if you're feeling, you're like you're getting a yeast infection. So that's for apple cider vinegar. Now the next thing I want to talk about is turmeric. I mean, that is something we'll talk about in the future, but ginger. Ginger is amazing. So in my health testimony, in my health testimony, I kind of talked a little bit about, or I talked about a sore throat. And so when I kind of learned the ropes of now when I feel like I'm getting a sore throat, because I'm still, bacteria is still out there. I'm healthy, but at the same time, I still can get sick, so I still want to take care of my body. So when I do feel a scratchy throat, I try to nip it in the bud. So what I'll do is I'm going to make ginger tea. Now, I really like tea. I'm one to make a huge thing of chai tea and stick it in the fridge for iced chai tea every morning. Super easy. I just love tea. So this is a good way to do it. And if you're not a fan of tea, try this and maybe add some stuff in there. Add some honey to sweeten it up, some raw honey, or some lemon if you more like my husband. He loves lemon, so we squeeze that in there. But really all you're gonna do is wash it, which I already did before the video, and you're just gonna cut it in chunks. And I'm watching my hand because I'm afraid I'm gonna cut my finger. But really, you're just gonna cut it in chunks, super easy. You're more than welcome to grate it. For me, it's just easier to chop it. So we're just gonna cut it in chunks, and we're just gonna make a tea. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna boil the water in the pot, and then we are going to let it come to a boil, okay? I'm gonna grab some water. Okay, we got my filtered water. I am one for that. And I'm just gonna let it come to a boil. Okay, and we'll be back. So, it's been probably about like 3 minutes or 2 minutes, and it is to a boil. So we are going to just turn it down a little bit. I put it down to like 2, and it is a smaller flame. And I'm just gonna stick my garlic in there. The more garlic, the more potent it is, but I just used, as you could tell, maybe about this big. And since it's in chunks, we are gonna leave the flame on just a little bit. If it was grated, you could turn it off and let it steam, but what we're gonna do is leave the flame on a little bit, not boiling, but right at that point where it's almost boiling, so that we can cook it a little bit and get all the nutrients out of it. As you can see, I will show you, it is in there right almost at the boiling. You could see all that steam. And so we are just going to let it cook for about, let's say 10 minutes. So it's been about 8 minutes. So while we're letting that finish up, I was just gonna mention that I do also have organic ginger tea bags. I bought these at Whole Foods. And it's really easy. You know, sometimes if you're starting to feel like this when you have to go to work or you're at work, you can't necessarily cook all this, or you can't wait for 15 minutes to make yourself a cup of tea. So what I do is I just put, you know, some hot water in my Keurig, take one of these and put it in there and let it steep for a good 5 minutes on my way to work before I start drinking it. And then I take about, you know, a good spoonful of organic raw honey. And this is that organic raw honey. And stick it in my cup and stir it around. And it melts right off, and it's great. It's good to go. These are super easy. Of course, fresh is better. And maybe you don't have these, but you have ginger sitting at home. That is great. But to have these at home is great to buy as well. But like I said on here, we're just doing things that we already have in our home. And this is ginger. You know, if you're too, you know, this is a really great way to do ginger tea. But if you're on the go, always have these is a fantastic thing. I actually have I have these left over from when Jonathan was sick on our honeymoon. I mentioned in the last video that he got sick, and I was able to just run to Whole Foods and grab some stuff. So it's super easy, you know, to just grab these 2 things and make his throat feel better. And it really makes me feel better when he feels better. So, yeah, so organic ginger tea bags. If you don't have them, grab them. I'm sure they sell them at Walmart too. I just get them at Whole Foods because that was the closest store to me. So yeah, so now that our ginger tea is about done and we have our raw honey on our spoon inside, I always like putting it on so when I pour the tea in, it just goes right away. So all we did was cut up the ginger, boil the water, stick it in, let it simmer, and drain it. That's it. So as I'm flinging a knife around, so I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. It's starting to look like a deeper, like a little bit of a yellowy water because it's fresh. I always like drinking my tea with the chunks in it because it's really great for you. But as you can see, I don't know if you can see, but I guess in the video it looks clear, but it's a little bit of a yellowy look to it, you know? So that is good. That is what we do. So I'm just gonna pour it right on in here. You can take out the chunks if you want, but it's always great to let them steep in there and just really get going in there. So just stir it around, and the honey does give it a deeper yellow taste, and you can always squeeze a lemon in there. This is a lime, but I use lime sometimes too, but lemon's so much better for you. When it comes to healing a sore throat, lemon's the way to go, but if you don't, use lime. It's just that citrus. So yeah, as you can see, my tea is a little bit yellow and I'm putting it all over my stove. So this is my life. I'm a little bit clumsy, but that is okay. So yeah, so you got your ginger tea ready to go. Super simple. All we did was cut it, boil, and let it sit. That's all we did. So it was super simple, and you already have it in your home. That is the awesome thing. You know, on this channel, I'm really trying to just make it simple cheap and affordable and already at home so that it's on the go. It's ready to go. So I always keep ginger in my home. You know, when I'm grocery shopping, I just pick up a couple things of ginger. You never know when you might need it. And it's a couple cents, honestly. And I always have ginger tea bags just in case I need them. Just on the grocery list. I think between everything I'm showing you here today, it was less than $10 to buy everything I'm showing you here today. So that is a fantastic thing to do when you're not feeling too well. So, ginger tea, I'm going to set this aside, save it, have it maybe chilled. I like chilled tea, so it really works out like that. So the next thing I wanted to show you guys was garlic. Oh my goodness, I swear by garlic. My mom, when we were going through that whole health journey, like we talked about in my first video about getting me better, we really learned a lot about just natural stuff in general. So I'm going to show you about garlic because that is one of the very first things we learned. Now, all these things I have, you don't have to have when you're making this. It just makes it simpler. So this is how we're going to do it. We're just going to grab our garlic. You know, I use a garlic press, but if you don't, you can just peel it and take a fork and smash it 2 times. So this is for, like I said, the ginger tea was for a sore throat. Now ginger, this is really for any time you're feeling any sick. So this is a really good herbal medicine that is not killing off your good bacteria while it's trying to get you better, like antibiotics do. Like we mentioned in the last video, antibiotics do kill off the good bacteria in your body you have to fight off the sickness. But herbal medicine doesn't kill off the good bacteria. It only does the bad bacteria. Now, antibiotics does kill off the bad bacteria. But for me, I personally rather keep that good bacteria in my body and help let that fight it off in a natural manner. So I do natural medicine. So I am just kind of peeling this garlic. And what I do, if you peel it, you know, and you don't have a garlic press, you can honestly just smash it 2 ways and you're good to go. I'm going to use a garlic press. Now remember, when you want to have everything ready to go for this one, because just have it all set out. As soon as you do that garlic press or you smash that with a fork and it breaks, all of that good nutrients is instantly leaving, and it only lasts, the most of it, I should say, the most of it only lasts for about 30 minutes, what we're wanting to help us. Now, so I'm going to have all my ingredients ready. I have garlic, I have olive oil, organic olive oil, and I have a cheesecloth. You can use an old t-shirt. So really all you need at home is fresh garlic, old t-shirt or cheesecloth, and some oil. I use organic olive oil. So that's all you need. It's already in your home. And it's super simple. Once you get the hang of it, I make it in about 30 seconds. So you just stick your garlic in your press. That's too much. Too much garlic. It's not going to all fit in my press. Okay, so I just stick it in there. And what I do is I'm going to, you know, obviously squeeze it. And I'm going to have a piece of cheesecloth ready, which I should have had. Cheesecloth ready. And the reason you have olive oil is that garlic is so potent, it's going to burn your skin. So if you're doing this on your child, what you want to do is pay very close attention that it's not going to burn their skin. It will start getting really red if it's burning the skin, like really, really red. It's okay if it's like faintly red, but really red is not good. So what we're going to do is we are just going to put a little olive oil on the skin. And the reason why I'm doing it on my wrist is just it's easiest to lay on. I can stick it there and just let it be and walk around. I can even wrap it if I want to, but you're really only leaving it on for max 30 minutes. Now if it starts to burn after 10 minutes, check it every 10 minutes. If it starts to kind of burn and you feel like you're getting burned, switch. And you can even do it on your lymph nodes right here and just have lay down and have it right here or hold it if you're having a sore throat. it's really good that it's right on your lymph nodes, because that is where all the junk is when you're having a sore throat, is your lymph nodes. So I'm gonna do it on my wrist though. If I'm starting to feel really sick, or if I am sick, I am just gonna do a garlic poultice. I am going to squeeze all that good garlic out and put it in my cheesecloth, kind of make a little bundle, and you're gonna, it's like squishy, and it's like you can feel the garlic juice coming out, and I'm just gonna stick it right there. And I'm not sick right now, but I'm showing you guys just because it's still good for me. It's still gonna be really good for if there is anything in my body that's gonna make me sick, it's gonna fight it right off. And so we're gonna leave it on there for about 10 minutes, and then if it starts to burn, we're gonna switch palms. But I would leave it on, to get the best out of the garlic, the most out of the garlic, I would leave it on there for a good 25 minutes, 20-25 minutes, even if that means switching palms halfway through, or wrists, I should say. So I'm just gonna hold it on there, and honestly, I've done it where I'm still cooking dinner. I just wrap, put a rubber band around it so it holds, and I'm still kind of cooking dinner, and I can still do my thing. Or I can, if my husband's sick in bed, hey, give me a wrist. He's asleep. I could stick it on him if that's what he needs. And I would do it when you're sick. I would do it at least once a day, because it's just really good getting in there and fighting off that bad bacteria that's built up in you. So we're gonna leave it on there for 10 minutes. I'm gonna just do it. I'm just gonna take it off. You guys get the gist of it. 10 minutes, or if it's not burning, just leave it on there. I wouldn't go over 25-30 minutes because you used it all up. There's not gonna be, as potent. You've used up all the stuff you want in it. And you can just rinse off your hands and you are good to go. So that is the 4 things I wanted to show you guys today. So we have the apple cider vinegar, you already probably have in your home, and you probably already have dish soap in your home. Put them together, a little bit of each, and you got yourself a good bug catcher, guess we could call it. Now for yeast infections, all you need is apple cider vinegar and of course some water. Maybe a tablespoon, and however much water you want, take it 3 times a day and it should fight it off. If it's really bad and it's already getting going, I would take turmeric pills on top of this. Those 2 together will really help you. I also daily take like a cranberry tablet just because it helps my body in that cycle of just keeping it healthy. Now, that was for apple cider vinegar. Just summing it up, the garlic poultice, all you do is cut and squish, stick it in a cheesecloth, put some olive oil, and leave it on there for about 10 minutes on each wrist, or just 25 minutes on one wrist. Careful to watch it if it's your child, or careful for you even. Make sure it does not burn you, because it is so good for you and all those good nutrients are in there. It will burn you if you leave it on too long. That's why we're coating ourselves with a little bit of olive oil first. And last but very not least, ginger. We have our ginger tea. All we did was cut it and made a tea with it. Boiled the water, stuck it in, and let it simmer. Simmer with a flame. If it's cut up in cubes, if it's shredded or grated, you don't have to do it with the flame. Tea bags are great for on the go at home. I keep these in my desk at work just in case I'm not starting to feel a scratchy throat. It doesn't hurt to take some ginger tea. Make sure you put some raw honey in there from your local area. Like I said, for the ginger, the turmeric, about apple cider vinegar, honey, I think I bought it all for about 10 bucks. I already had the olive oil and the soap at home from, just having it in storage. And I actually had all this stuff in my house. But like I said, the stuff you might have to go buy. If you don't have it in your home, it's under 10 bucks, but I would recommend always having it in your home. And you probably already do. We always cook with ginger and garlic if you cook from home a lot, or if you cook it all, ginger's a great spice. So thank you guys so much for watching. My kitchen's a mess now, so I'm gonna go clean it up. But I want to ask you guys, if you enjoyed this video or if you want updates, please like and subscribe. This is just easiest, simplest, cheapest ways to do natural medicine from home, along with other great little things for your house, like our little bug catcher thing we did. So give them a try. Let me know how they are, you know, and follow me on Instagram, Kate Joy Always Renee, or follow me on here, like and subscribe. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today. Have a great rest of your week.